Our video didn't play. Hold on. 5, 4, 3, 2.
A world built on fantasy.
Most of these people are not ready to be unplugged.
We accept the reality of the world with which we're presented.
Existence could be beautiful or it could be ugly. But that's on you.
You want to build something.
You're going to build something.
Just need to build on it now.
I mean, look at all these people. They're free because of us. Because of what we did in this room.
Boom, and welcome to the Developer Workshop. It is November 25th. I'm here with Matthew and James. Good afternoon or evening or morning to you guys.
Hey. Good early afternoon, I suppose it is now.
Hello, everybody. G Microchain.
Microchains, everybody. Today we're going to be going over the results from Wave 2 of the Buildathon and talking a little bit about what you can do in your project to potentially be part of the winners of Wave 3. We're going to kick it off, though, with a little engineering update from Matthew. So let's get started over here.
All right. Hey, everyone. So it's going to be a quick update on my side this week. We've been heads down on many of the things that I presented last week already. So you can just see there. But the one of the cool updates, though, on Friday we were digging and we found like a number of performance improvements that we're pretty excited about that are going to be deployed soon. So that was part of the work on the benchmarks. We're still working on the blog in itself and finding all those improvements. So that feels pretty good. For the rest, we're heads down on working on our next demo that you'll hear about very soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
And that was it.
I think I needed some sort of like
Oh, nice. We got sounds now. All right. Okay.
I guess
Should have known
that's
you'd
like
have that
now, but we're not actually presenting it right now. So for
Okay.
next time.
Do you have like is that like a keyboard? Like you have like the MIDI, like the MIDI keyboard with the sound effects?
Kind of. I mean, I only have a limited set right now, but we could always add in more. James laughing, that kind of thing.
Always fun, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
And so that was it for me today. And one more thing. So we are investigating, and some people said that they still have problems with the Game of Life points. We're gonna do another round of investigation, but the idea is that if you resubmit, last time we looked, normally things should work, and if you resubmit your puzzles, that should kick the process. But yeah, we're gonna make another pass just to make sure.
Thank you. All right, let's get into the Buildathon and all the things happen over there. This workshop in general is really a chance for you guys to ask questions, get feedback on what it is that you're building in general. So all right, let's talk about where we've been. So don't be late, be real time. Buildathon. And as you know, this is the focus of the Buildathon: prediction markets, games, and market infrastructure. It's been really great because we've seen submissions across all three categories for sure. And I think, go
Someone
for it.
even asked what on I think maybe the last AMA, someone asked what's a category of these categories that is kind of underrepresented, and I honestly couldn't give one. I think we've got almost equal submissions for each category, and some really strong
Amazing.
contenders in all of them.
That's really wonderful. Love seeing that. Okay, so here's where we are right now. So we just completed wave 2, both the build phase and the evaluation phase. It wrapped up last Friday. We are now in the build phase of wave 3. I've already started to see some submissions come in. Even James, this is exciting. Some new submissions that were not submitted in wave 1 or wave 2 that are totally brand new.
That is exciting.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see that. This wave goes until November 30th, which is essentially like it's this Sunday. Yeah, so you have through the end of this week to submit. It's fast, guys. These things come fast, but it's really exciting. I really do love this format because we are seeing improvements each time. We're seeing new projects come in, right? The prize money goes up each time, as does the XP rewards. And so it's a very different than I think just your average hackathon. You have a weekend to kind of produce something and you hope you win. Like this is it's a long-term project. We're seeing the improvements over time. And yeah, I think it's better for the builders, it's better for us as evaluators. Like, we'll talk about it in a second, but our evaluation process got a lot better in wave 2 than in wave 1. And so, we're all getting better as we go through this. And this represents really like by the end of this is the halfway point. So it's good stuff.
It's really nice to be able to iteratively improve on the projects, because there's this thing you get with more traditional style hackathons where, someone submits a project and then we go, oh, that's not actually, it's not what we're looking for, or you failed to adhere to this particular bit of the specification or whatever, and we have to disqualify it. Whereas this one, even if you don't make it into a particular wave, then you can ask and you can get feedback, and in the next wave you can iterate again and get better awards each time.
Totally true. There's a question about my voice.
Have you got a cold?
I wouldn't say I have a cold, but I did celebrate my birthday yesterday, and it was loud, and I'm not hungover, but my voice seems to be hungover. We're all adults here. Okay, so that's I apologize for the frogginess. Okay, so what happened in wave 2? In wave 2, we had a cat. No, in wave 2, there were 58 submissions, which led to 13 winners. The breakdown here was 15 green, 40 yellow, 3 red. So a lot more meeting the minimum requirements. Only a few really didn't do anything. This round,
we mean literally didn't. There are a few submissions that were just empty repositories.
Thus red, thus not ready. So no, I mean, in the first wave, it was different. This wave, we did want to give more people XP for trying, even if you didn't fully comply with this second piece, which is every project was supposed to compile and run successfully and include a functional Linera contract. Many of the top submissions used the Buildathon template. We'll talk about that in a second. Microbet got the top votes. So shout out to Igor Bowl, who submitted Microbet. It is a prediction markets app. Good job. Good life advice. Relationships matter. I think it's important for you guys everybody who's here listening right now, like, kudos to you. Thank you very much for being here. We see you. It helps that you are asking questions, getting feedback. And so that's just our advice to you, is jump into dev chat and ask questions from other builders in the community, or from James or any of the other Linera engineers. Feedback is better than complaints. That's not an arrow. That is a greater than sign, right? In life and in Buildathons. Okay, wave 3, November 30th is the deadline. Use the template, or even better, deploy to testnet Conway using the Linera web client library.
We can do both. You can also do both. That would be really cool.
Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't think about that.
You can have a templated project that connects to Conway.
I only thought of it like even the way that we have it written here, like do this or do this.
Yeah,
but maybe that's not true. Like
I'm a programmer. We don't mean exclusive or by default usually.
It's the and/or.
Yeah.
Wait, how would you program that? Now I'm curious. Now I want to know. Like, what is there? Is literally or just mean and or?
Usually, yeah. And then there's a special different operation called exclusive or XOR that you write with like a circle plus or a hat sometimes. That means only one of. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. See, in the side, James,
slightly different language sometimes. Yeah.
James is teaching me how to code on the side over here, which is great. Okay, so yeah. This is a little bit different, a change to the submission requirements for wave 3. I'm jumping here. We'll back up in a second. But since we are talking about the template versus the live demo, James, can you just walk us through this? Why do we make a slight change to the submission requirements? What does this represent and mean?
Yeah, so we had a couple of submissions, actually 3 or 4, I think, that were using a custom wallet of some kind, i.e. not the Linera web client library, but either JaoKK's Checo wallet or Niraj's Croissant, which is amazing. Like, they're both super good. But we had to, because we can't really run local software on our dev machines for security reasons, and we don't want to have to spin up a VM for every submission, we decided not to test the integration with those ones. So the projects, the projects themselves still got points, and we still looked at them, but we didn't manage to. We couldn't really go through the full flow as it was intended, I think, and that was a real shame because there's been a lot of work put into these wallets, especially, and then as well, of course, the applications that use them. So for this particular, for this next wave, we've decided to relax the requirement just a little bit, and we specifically allow the use of, as well as the web client library with all its usual backends, we're going to allow the use of Checo wallet and Croissant if you want to use those as the wallet integration for your app. Hopefully not too many people will, because they're going to be a bit more of a pain for us to check. But yeah, if you do want to, the option is open, because it felt really bad to give negative points for doing more work, right?
Right. I actually got a question about this in a Telegram DM. I'm going to put you on the spot right now. So someone was actually trying to use the Croissant wallet for a different project. And they mentioned something about the extension installs fine and window.linera is available.
I can't answer questions about either of these wallets.
Right.
They are not Linera products. You should talk to JaoKK or to Niraj directly.
You know what? That means I answered the question correctly, James.
Good.
So, yeah, if you,
yeah.
So let us be very clear. We recommend and prefer that you use the Linera web client
library. And we will
library.
support you with it.
We will support you with it. Okay. If you want to go crazy and try using the Checo wallet or Croissant wallet, those are created by community builders. Specifically, I should probably put this somewhere, but ZaoKK created the Checo wallet and Niraj created the Croissant wallet. You can ask them. Niraj is right here. Niraj is here. Niraj can answer all questions about the Croissant wallet.
Ready to get inundated.
Yeah, right. So, Niraj, there is a question for you that's in my Telegram DMs. I don't know. I told them to just jump onto dev chat and ask you. But it's a detailed question. Okay, so, and again, can you just speak to the template, the Dockerized application template as well? which we provided in the middle of wave 2. So now, like, beginning of wave 3, it's already there for people to use.
We
Right?
provided it at the start of wave 2.
The start of wave 2. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
The start of build phase.
Let's speak about it for a second. I can even click. Can I click on it? Yeah, I can click on it.
It should be able to.
So, yeah, tell me what this is and why we recommend people use it.
So the this template is a super simple little Docker file and Docker Compose config, and essentially all it does is mean that we can go into the directory for your project, and we can type Docker Compose up. And then your project will be compiling and running on specific ports that we can jump straight to in our browsers, right? It just takes away all the faff of trying to get the thing to compile and making sure you have all the dependencies, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And means that we can spend more time actually judging the projects themselves.
Yes.
So in order to use this template, you will need a compose.yaml in the root of your repository. And we then would like you to expose if you have a front end, the front end at 5173. You can also expose other ports if you want. We won't stop you, but that's where we'll be looking to interact with the application. If your application doesn't have a front end, feel free to expose something else there, like maybe a node service that we can use to interact with the backend. Or you can also obviously interact on the command line if you have some kind of infrastructural project that has no front end at all. You can either do this, or you can also live host, as we've said before, live host a web page somewhere that uses the Linera client library to connect directly to testnet Conway. And then we'll test it that way. If you want to submit both things, thoroughly approve, please do that. Because we can test a lot more things if we're building locally, right? So we get to look in more depth at your code and how it interacts and the dependencies, etc. Which these are all opportunities to score points, right? Yeah.
Cool. All right. Shoop has a question here, which we can try to address. Yeah. What milestones we need to reach in wave 3?
I think the way this works is whatever milestones you chose to reach.
Right. I mean, it definitely depends on your project. One thing I'll say is that, like, the competition increases every wave. So what was potentially a winner in wave 1 might not be a winner in wave 3, because everybody's been working on their project and improving it. And so the competition gets more fierce as we go along. There's some basic requirements, which is what we're talking about here, right? The basic requirements being it has to compile and run, and it has to have a Linera contract, right? I should have put that here. Yeah. I didn't put that here, but if we set it back, we're going to go back for a second. It says it right here, right? This round, every project had to compile and run successfully and include a functional Linera contract. That is now backed true for every single future round, right? That does not go away. And so at the very least, you need that. And then,
That's not like a milestone. That's a floor, right?
That's a floor, right? That's a floor. I would also say that, like, really, let me ask this as a question, James. Front end versus back end. Do you think there's more weight put on a really, like, great code base? The way that it uses microchain architecture is very, like, well designed versus, like, oh, it's a really beautiful front end. Like,
so we have one category for the front end, right? Of our judging stars. I think that there are probably more opportunities to do more interesting things on the back end, because that's what we're kind of all here for. We're looking for apps for Linera, right? and all of the Linera specific stuff is going to be happening mostly on your backend, apart from like real-time notifications. So there are a bunch of Linera features you can be using. There are we've got events, we've got temporary chains and message passing and all of these good things. And you'll get great points for that on the integration front, and probably the scalability front if you're using it right. The front end is also important though. We've got a whole category for it here, and I don't want to denigrate any front end devs. It's really important as well to have something that people can actually use, right? For the infrastructure side of things, especially, it's not unheard of to have things without a back end at all, that are just designed to be without a front end at all, that are just designed to be called from other contracts, and that's fine. That's good. But if users can, go to a web page and play with it, then most likely more people are going to start using it straight away.
Cool. Good.
Almost a non-answer, really, right? There's space to excel in both cases. Given that it is a Linera specific buildathon, I think there is maybe a bit more space to excel in the back end.
Right. All right. I wanted to shout out the winners of this is really small. You can't even see it. Well, it is what it is. So I'm going to shout out just all the winners of Wave 2: Microbet, Fair Drop, Dead Keys, Blackjack on Microchains, Mineable Meme Coin Protocol on Linera. Definitely the biggest tongue twister in the group. Mineable Meme Coin. Microscribble, Lightweight, Linera DApp for GM messages, Microchess, Propel, X-Fighter Zone, Linera Odds, Linera Flappy, and Alpha Bot. So definitely a mix of games and prediction markets here. And I think Propel is a market infrastructure as well. So we do have all three categories represented in the Wave 2 winners.
There were some hardcore infrastructure projects that unfortunately aren't here. There was, I always get them mixed up, either Ale or Alethea. There are two projects with very similar names. One of them is a trusted execution randomness generator, if I remember right, which is really cool. No front end at all, literally just a utility for people making these oracles and prediction markets. Unfortunately didn't make it this time, but I'd love to see it.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely on their path. It's a legit project. So shout out to the Wave 2 winners for winning a little bit of money, dividing up the 5,000 USDC. And then this next round, we will have 7,000 USDC. Okay, what else do we want to talk about today? This was interesting to me. There were a number of the winners didn't even have the developer role on Discord. I found.
We got some new ones.
Yeah, so look, this is the best way to communicate with the team is by getting the developer role on Discord. It's not very hard. Go to guild.xyz/Linera and connect your GitHub account. And I think everybody here they have some GitHub history. It shouldn't be hard to be able to claim access and get your developer role.
That's not one commit on Linera either, is it? That's literally one commit anywhere on GitHub within the last year. Yeah.
Right. Okay, there's a block. I'm just seeing a comment here that Aryan is having block on his Discord. All right, we can help you out there. Submit a ticket. Shoot me some. Danny Green 123 on Telegram is my Telegram, and I can help you out. That just in case I lose your message here. Okay, what else do you want to say? That's pretty much it. Okay, that was the presentation. So let's see. Is there anything else that we should talk about? Is there other questions that people have?
Yeah, let's see what we've got.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing a lot so
Certainly.
far.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess everything's super clear.
I hope so. Just going back to our criteria again, make sure that it compiles and runs and includes a Linera contract. Judging criteria. All right, that's pretty much the story. Cool. What else is there to say? I don't know. Thank you guys for building.
There are, as usual, no POAPs.
No POAPs today. We're not doing any POAPs right now. We're just doing how to build on Linera. Cool. Any questions? Going once, going twice, going 3 times. All right.
Cool.
Half-hour call today. Feels pretty good. James, thanks so much for being here.
Fast.
Yeah, appreciate it. We're going to be back on Thursday for the community hour. All right. Shoop was like, I got to get a question in before it ends. I knew you did, Shoop. Does UI design affect the judging?
Absolutely. Yes. Creativity and UX, not necessarily UI design, but UX, which can include UI design, is one of the criteria we use for judging. So a pretty interface will get more points than a unstyled HTML page.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
maybe that's something you want to focus on. Maybe you'd rather focus elsewhere. Like, I won't tell you where to spend your time, but yeah, all else being equal, definitely.
All right. All right. I think we can wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you, James. And we'll be back on Thursday for the community hour.
As we must now all call you.
All righty, everybody. Take care. Have a good day. Let me put up our final video just so we know that this is real. All right. Outro video set in 5, 4, 3,
it's on 3 last
2.
time.
See you guys.
I mean, everything is just too slow, and we need to adapt.
And that's kind of ridiculous, right? We live in a real-time world.
And I think that's the way that we need to move now.